Hello everyone, thank you very much for clicking on this video, and as you can see, today is another pick a card reading. We're going to ask for a message from your soul, and whichever pile or whichever card you feel drawn to, you can skip ahead. The timestamps are in the description, but now I'm going to show you the stones so you can pick from the stones if you feel especially drawn to any of those. Wait, go. It's the first one. It's the second one. And that's the third one. I really like these parts on here. Okay. Feel free to choose now. Now I'm going to start with the first card. Let's turn it around. Oh, that's beautiful. It says unconditional love. That's beautiful. Okay. I actually want to go in with these small cards first. We already know them. What do the souls, what do you want to tell us? What is our message for us today? Okay. So today's message is stability, but even more so nature and things that may seem small at the moment will grow and in a very stable manner. Things that seem small and as though they are not from importance at the moment, or as they are not growing at the moment, will grow into a very stable things. So let's see. And what we need for that is unconditional love. Okay, we're just gonna get some more cards. What do you want to tell us? What do you want to tell us, dear souls? Let's see. Actually, I'm going to take the first one. Okay. So the souls want us to know that first and foremost, we are beautiful, and we need to feel that again. We need to feel our beauty again. We need to feel, we need to understand how precious we are, and that only the people that treat us the way that we treat ourselves deserve us in this life. That's very important for us. That's self-love. And yeah, it's very important to know that we deserve to be treated nicely. Let's ask for some more. And also, if you feel like there is no one in sight that you feel comfortable enough with to go into a relationship with, don't fear. There will be someone coming, but first it is you and yourself who are going to be in a good relationship, because you need to work on the relationship to yourself. Start making yourself compliments and stuff. Maybe look into the mirror, compliment yourself, and treat yourself nicely. unconditional love, not only to others, but to yourself, towards yourself. Yeah, so it's really about self-love. And once you have once you have a stable self-love, that no one really can destroy, then there can be people who you would like to go in a relationship with. That's interesting. Yeah, treasure yourself, appreciate yourself, be kind to yourself. And also, you deserve a nice relationship, a good relationship. You deserve unconditional love. There is someone in your life who attaches their love to conditions. For example, only if you behave this or that way, I am gonna love you. Or, and if you do this or that, I love you. Like, these conditions attached to love is not what you deserve. You deserve unconditional love, because I can feel that you give unconditional love. You are a person who could basically love anyone because you see the good in every person and all the people. And if that is not the case for you at the moment, then maybe think about if that could be a new perspective for you to go through the world. Looking at people and seeing their good sides. And being ready to send unconditional love to anyone, basically. Yeah. And then people can come into your life and send you unconditional love, but you deserve it. And don't feel trapped in a relationship or with any person who wants you to do things that you do not want to do, because you're not. You are free, and you are free to make your own decisions. And if someone loves you with conditions attached to it and you feel trapped in this relationship, then feel free to leave it if you feel comfortable with that. Interesting cards today. Okay, so I'm getting a sore throat. I feel like there are many here who don't say what they think. Many who don't speak their mind. That's definitely important. We need to speak our mind. We need to say what we think. We need to express our opinion, because otherwise, how would we ever be equal in a relationship? I feel like there are many people here who treat their partner as, send them as unconditional love and, well, basically love them just the way they are without needing them to change or anything. But I'm telling you, you have the right to express your opinion as well. You do not need to look out for this person at all times, because of course you can send unconditional love, but a relationship requires a lot more than just unconditional love. It requires agreement, and it requires both parties to express themselves so the other knows, what do you want, what do you like, what do you not like, how do you want to be treated, and how do you feel strange when, I don't know, for example, maybe some of us feel uncomfortable with specific nicknames, such as babe or honey or any nickname. We would need to express that to our partner, because how would they know, right? That's important, to express what we feel for them to know that unconditional love is the basic, so to speak, the ground, the base. But we still, just because we love someone unconditionally, it doesn't mean that we need to make them happy at all times. Sometimes we love ourselves unconditionally too, right? That's the beginning. Love yourself unconditionally. Then see the good in everyone else and love everyone unconditionally, so to speak. And then there will be choices for you. There will be partners for you coming into your life that you can, well, basically find out who you like the most. And then in a relationship, you still need to express yourself and love yourself unconditionally. Both, yourself and the other. So let's say, what I mean with that basically is that when you're in a relationship and the relationship does not make you happy, with your unconditional love for yourself, you need to change something. And I think that should always be first you, right? And because you live for yourself, don't you? In the end, we live for ourselves. Yeah. So definitely, let's express ourselves and tell people what we like and what we do not like, so that we can have harmony in a relationship and the other person knows what we like or don't like, because that's how many arguments start, with us expressing ourselves suddenly about things that have always annoyed us but we have never talked about. You know what I mean. So that's definitely something that that needed to be said, which is interesting that this reading was so much about love, but it seemed for you, your soul wants you to know there is love coming into your life once you love yourself. And definitely let's try and practice unconditional love for ourselves and others. Let's start with family. So thank you very much for sticking to the end of your reading. And if you want to get more messages from your soul, feel free to write me an email. The email is in the description, and I will write you the messages from your soul. So thank you very much for letting me talk to your soul. I really appreciate that. Bye-bye. So now I'm going to start with the second card, and we're going to turn it around and see what it says. It says attention. Attention to yourself. It's like awareness of yourself. Awareness is a better word. Awareness, and in the awareness to yourself leaves a key to your strength. That's basically what it says, which is very interesting. Nice. I like it. So let's see what your soul wants you to know at this very moment, this time. What do you want you to know? So one more time. Oh no. Interesting. Okay, so maybe you need to turn around something. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, so many times we try and distract ourselves with distractions that this world offers us, right? We try to ignore thoughts we have, feelings we feel, simply fill an emptiness that we feel sometimes. I basically call it stuffing a hole. It's like we have this emptiness within us, and we want to stuff it with something. And that could be many things. It could be watching lots of movies, or like spending a lot of time on social media platforms. It could be drinking alcohol, or basically anything that takes our mind off of things that are happening in our life. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but because it is a good thing from time to time. But then again, it needs this balance. We need this time where we can think about other things, like where we're just a bit, we don't have to look at our problems or our thoughts, because sometimes that gets really heavy and we go down a spiral and it gets darker and darker and darker. That's why it sometimes needs this distraction, or just this, easy days, easy life. And then again, it needs us sitting down and thinking and letting thoughts be thought, and allowing us to feel feelings and think about them, which is the most uncomfortable thing to do sometimes, but it makes us feel a lot better, and it will bring us into our strength. It will awaken our strength, and we will feel more connected to ourselves. That's the message here. That's very important, to sometimes let go of the distractions. Even maybe let's start with not even with letting them go, but being aware of the distractions that we choose for ourselves. For example, I've been spending a lot of time on YouTube. I do spend a lot of time on YouTube. If I have thoughts I do not want to think about, if something is going on that just makes me feel bad, I spend a lot of time on YouTube and try and forget all that, which is not bad. But then again, it needs the time that I sit down and actually think and let these thoughts be thought about, because how else am I going to get a solution, right? So sometimes even it needs this uncomfortable thing of sitting down and not distracting ourselves, because after doing that, we will feel a lot better, or after doing that lots of times, which is why I'm always talking about meditation, because that moment when we sit down and let feelings be felt, thoughts be thought, and let, not pushing anything away, this moment brings us closer to ourselves. Let's get some more cards. Tell us what else you want to talk about. Wow. Harmony. Not only harmony with others, but in harmony with ourselves. As I said, it needs the awareness, and it needs, sometimes it may needs us for us to break out of this daily life and being aware of ourselves. Sometimes we can distract ourselves, because I know that it is absolutely difficult and probably impossible to always stay aware of ourselves, of our feelings and stuff. That's really hard and difficult for us. And it needs this harmony, this harmony that with ourselves. And yeah, I'm actually gonna get a little card for this Two of Cups. Right, and we also need, there is a second message here, which is this relationship message. This relationship. If you are in a relationship you feel comfortable in, or you feel trapped in, that is not what you deserve. Maybe you want to look into the first card as well, because we've talked a lot about that there. You deserve a harmony in your relationship. You deserve to be an equal. You deserve to be bounded by love and not anything else. We've talked about unconditional love in the last card. And yeah, you deserve harmony. You deserve to feel yourself. You deserve to feel good in a relationship and not bounded to anyone or anything, but just simply being with a person because you love them, or you feel comfortable with them, or whatever reason you need to be with someone. What else do you want to talk about? Okay. You do not need to justify yourself in front of anyone. Okay, that's not what I mean. I'm not saying that in a relationship you do not need to justify your actions, but you need to talk together and, you know, always be open and stuff. But I mean, you and your partner, or yeah, you do not need to justify your relation in front of anyone. And that's the relationship message. And because we have 2 messages here, I'm also going to go into this awareness about yourself. Sometimes it's quite difficult for us to, because I know that there are lots of souls here who feel a lot of energy and feelings, and from others especially. And sometimes when we, I don't know, go into a supermarket, or let's say a concert where there are lots of people, we really need to learn and focus on ourselves. We need to learn and focus on what we feel at this moment to feel better in crowds. That's a message here. Because I feel like many of us forget our own feelings and really focus on the other person or someone else or the collective energy or whatever, but we forget what we feel at that moment. I feel like it starts with very simple things. Am I thirsty? Some of us forget that we are thirsty because we are that focused on everything else and we do not even realize it. So we need to, even in crowds, come back and focus on our body and our mind and ourselves. Yeah. And exactly. Well, that is it for your reading. I thank you very much for letting me talk to your soul. If you want deeper messages from your soul, feel free to write me an email, and I'm going to write you the messages that your soul has for you. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. I'm now going to go on with the 3rd card, and we're going to turn it around and see what it says. It says vision. And basically, I feel like we're talking about manifestation here. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the soul wants to talk about here. Do you want to tell us? Okay. Okay. The souls are saying you have power that you do not even know you have. And we want you to use it. We want you to be aware of it. And with power, I'm always talking about what you can do for yourself and not others. You have the power to create a life that you want to live. You have the power to to choose in your life the things that you want in your life. You have the power to manifest things in your life. You have the power to basically live exactly the life that you imagine. And they're really like, please see it. Please look at what beautiful gift we have given you and every single person on this earth. And no one else can save you or change your life. No situation whatsoever, but you, your decision, your strength, your bravery, and your power, your energetic, your energy. And I feel like many of you in this reading have very good imaginary powers, let's say, so you can really imagine things in your mind, and that is the power you have, because that can create a reality. And there's really like this also like you can do so much more with your life if you would want to. And I'm not saying that your life is not already good as it is, but I'm saying that your soul knows that there is something that you really want to do and that you really want. And they're like, okay, do that because you need to do it, because it's your task basically in this life. And you're like, I'm gonna wait some more. I'm not ready yet. I don't know how to get that, how to do that. You do. You just need to start. And everything else that you feel like you don't already have will be explored throughout your way, on your way. Do you want to see? And they're also like, when we go into nature, and they're also telling me that some of us here have difficulties meditating because we try too hard. We try way too hard. We try to calm down. We try to control our thoughts, our breathing, and all that at once. And I am here to tell you that sometimes meditation is not going to work the way you want it to. But you can sit down and not pushing anything away. That is already all you need to do. It doesn't matter what comes up. If you are mad that you push thoughts away, then let that madness be with you. If you feel sad about that meditation is not working while meditating, then let that sadness stay with you. If you feel disappointed because you haven't meditated for days, let that disappointment stay with you, and let just feel it. Let's not put any good or bad on that. That's just a message that came through. So if you are meditating and having problems with it, try and take it easier and just sit down and without any intention, just let everything be as it is. Okay. Message. See, both of them are sitting as a meditation seat. Okay. I also feel like you're doing lots of things that are hurting yourself. Especially this holding back. There are things that you would love to do, but you do not do them because you don't feel ready, or you are very influenced by the people and their fears around you. And but actually you can, if you have a vision, actually you can do it, and you don't need to. I feel like you're criticizing yourself a lot, and you are not believing in yourselves the way you should, because you have that power. You can achieve what you want to achieve, and we need to realize that. Definitely need to realize that. Right, we're going to clarify this Nine of Swords. Let's clarify. Okay. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, of course, for you to realize your dream, there are two basically levels are needed. One, you need to believe in yourself. Everything in your mind needs to work with you. And secondly, of course, you need the material things, the materials to do whatever you want to do. Of course, it needs both, but it always starts in your mind, in your head. It always starts with a vision. It starts with a decision. It always starts up here. It starts in your head. And yeah. So if you fear failing in your head, then it is very difficult to go forward in the material world. If you do not believe in yourself, in your mind, right? Then in the material world, it is very difficult to go forward and do stuff. But if you believe in yourself, if you know that fear is just often because we do something that we have never done before, or because of the words others have told us, others have said to us, that are there, often the fears we have are the fears of others, because they have kind of projected them onto us, which isn't their fault, it is ours, because we have taken these fears. But it is for us to know that often everything is in our head and in our mind, and it starts. And if we do not start to clean up there and basically start our project in our mind, then it cannot even come into here. So we need to understand first, what do we want? How do we want to get it? And do we believe in ourselves? Which is actually the first question we should ask ourselves. And if we do not believe in ourselves, then work on that. Work on that while you start your business or whatever in the material world. I really hope that was understandable. Okay. And all these thoughts we are fighting with quite often, they are also just in our mind, you know. They are not really here, let's say. Or these are worries. These are worries that are not actually there. Worries that do not actually exist in this material world. And these worries, we can just toss them out, okay? They don't need to be here. They're just there for us to, basically our mind makes them for us to feel uncomfortable. Don't ask me why our mind does that. But for worries that have a reason, let's say, because they are in this material world, we need to, there is no use in pushing them away, but we need to take them, look at them, and let them be with us, because things will eventually always smooth out. But first we shouldn't feel scared of them. We shouldn't push them away, try to ignore them. No, let them be with you, look at them, and do not fear them, because you need to trust yourself that you can always figure something out. So thank you very much for letting me talk to your soul. If you want deeper messages from your soul, feel free to write me an email. It's in the description. And I'm going to write you the words that your soul wants you to know. So thank you very much for sticking to the end. And Bye bye.